Hello, Prep Doggers. Today we're going to talk about irregular plural nouns. Okay, now here are some general rules for spelling plural nouns, and there's quite a few of them. These are kind of in the way of review, and you should know that. Most nouns, we just add an S to form the plural, and you can see that book becomes books by adding the S. Cup becomes cups. Okay, then we have some special rules for plurals as well. Most nouns that end in CH, SH, S, X, or Z, we simply add ES, such as box becomes boxes with an ES, bus becomes buses. The next rule that we need to look at is that most nouns that end in a vowel and a Y, we add S. Boy becomes boys, day becomes days. Most nouns that end in a consonant and a Y, the Y becomes an IES. So we take away the Y and add IES, such as baby. Take away the Y becomes babies, B-A-B-I-E-S. Country becomes countries. Most nouns that end in an F or an F-E, the F and F or the F-E becomes V-E-S. So elf becomes elves, loaf becomes loaves, and thief becomes thieves. Then we look at most nouns that end in just an O, we add an S, such as kangaroo, you see double O, kangaroos. Piano becomes pianos, okay? But there are certain nouns that end in a consonant and an O that we add ES. Hero then becomes heroes. And you notice the consonant R before the O, and so it tips us off, okay, we're going to put the ES instead of just the S like we did in the rule before. And potato then becomes potatoes. Here are some other common irregular nouns. And this is what we really think about when we do the irregular nouns. It has nothing to do with the consonants and those rules, but it's just totally different. We don't add an S and an ES or any of those kind of things. And these you have to commit to memory. And here are some very common ones. Foot becomes feet. Person becomes people. Mouse becomes mice. Man becomes men. Child becomes children. Fish becomes fish. Doesn't change at all. Woman becomes women. Sheep doesn't change either. It stays sheep. Singular sheep, plural sheep. Ox becomes oxen. And then look at this. Deer and deer. Another one of those that doesn't change. Goose becomes geese. Auto, and this is one of those rules that we saw. Auto, we add the S after the O. Autos, echoes. We see the consonant H and then the O, and then we added the ES. That was one of the rules that we encountered. Kangaroo, same thing. We have a vowel sound doubled up. We just add the S. Hero, again, the consonant R before, so it becomes heroes. Photo becomes photos. Tomato becomes tomatoes. Piano, pianos. Veto, vetoes. Zoo, you get the drift. Okay? And then let's do a little test here. Echo. Now let's remember our rules, okay? We have an O, we have the H in front of it, we have a consonant, so what would it become? That's right, it becomes echoes with an ES. Again, you're going to have to familiarize yourself with the irregular nouns because they're going to have different spelling, and those are the most common, like the goose, geese, mouse, mice, tooth, teeth. Those are when we talk about irregular nouns. That's what we're talking about. It has a totally different spelling, and we're not just simply adding an S or an ES or an IES. Hope this helps clear up some of the confusion you might have had.